Shoot, I can't even clap to start my intro, but what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Fave. Yes, ma'am, it's me, Shauna Jade, and we got my girl in the building, the stuttering poet, aka Koka. Everybody give a round of applause, drop some fire emojis in the comments, okay? You already know what it is. We always got the dopest people on the planet coming to the show. So first and foremost, my girl, introduce yourself for the people in the back.
So as she said, I am the stuttering poet, aka Koka. I'm a spoken word artist, originally from Philly. I've been living in Virginia for, quite a while now. So yeah, that is me.
Koka. So I know you just said it, but I was going to ask you what your zodiac sign was. Yeah. And this big Leo energy in the room right now, okay? Yeah. So shout out to all the Leos. And I just need to know, why Koka for the rap name?
So actually, that name was actually given to me in high school. When I moved back to Philly in 9th grade, I had this friend, Monty, and I call her Monty for short. And she wanted to give me a nickname, and she was, and I was like, well, like my family calls me Kaya, and she was like, I don't like that. I'm like, okay, all right. I'm sorry.
Sorry, parents.
Exactly. I'm sorry to offend. No, but and she thought about it, and she was like, Koka. I like that. And in Philly, it stuck, and then I ended up changing my Instagram name to that, and then it, got brought over to Virginia when I moved back.
Okay, that's what's up. So, when did you start doing poetry?
I started doing poetry when I was 13. Like, I started writing around then, and I didn't start performing until I was about 15.
15?
Yeah.
Dang, I just started performing, y'all. So, what was it like performing so young?
It was very, because... Well, the last time I performed was in the 3rd grade when I sung I Believe I Can Fly, you know what I'm saying, in elementary school. So, I never really had actual experience performing, and also the fact that I was doing it in front of my school. And I said this before, but, I went to WIF, and, they can be a tough crowd sometimes. So, I was really thinking, they're going to be talking, like nobody's going to be listening to me. But, they actually listened, and, they loved it. And I was like, wow, that's really cool.
Wow, people actually care what I have to say.
Exactly.
And so that's one thing you really do. And I've been watching you perform, we met Melodic. So we met, years ago. Mm-hmm. And one thing you can always do is capture the crowd's attention. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy, like you said, usually when people do poetry, people be talking, nobody wants to listen, because if you're not rapping, they don't want to hear it. But when I tell you, when this girl spit, okay, whether it's rap or poetry, keep your ears open, all right? She really be dropping some knowledge. So you already know what my favorite poem is. But what are some of your favorite poems that you've written?
I'd say some of my favorite poems is, of course, the first poem, My Baby, Broken Record, which is about my speech impediment, which is about my stuttering, because it's that's the one that really, I started using poetry to heal, so that one was really, the first one. I'll say trap poetry, because, because of, the lyricism behind it, and, the fact that, it's just so different, and I really like it. And, of course, the message as well. And, I'll say... I love all of them.
As you should, because they're all fire.
And I say pens plus poetry. I say pens plus poetry because sometimes I feel like as poets, we sometimes, or at least from the poems I haven't heard when I was being inspired, but I feel like we sometimes don't say our end of what we did on things, that was wrong. Mm-hmm. We always talk about the other person. And so I wanted to kind of write that poem to talk about me and certain flaws that I had that may have ruined some connections that I have, even though I didn't mean it with any malice.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's good that you actually know that you also need to take accountability on stuff. And there's times where I might be in a situation with somebody, and even if I feel like they're wrong, I'll even play devil's advocate and look at myself differently and be like, okay, if I was in this person's shoes, how would I be looking at myself right now? So I think that's really dope that you actually do that, because a lot of people just out here thinking that everything they do is great. Yeah, and they're just Midas. They got the golden touch. Yeah. And in reality, you got the toxic touch. So let me stop. But other than the poetry, I see that you got mad visuals out that you've been dropping. Okay, so tell me about Black Love's visual. Because if y'all haven't followed her Instagram, the.stuttering.poet or Koka, okay, y'all really do, because these visuals that she be dropping really go well with the actual poems that she's spitting. So what was the inspiration for that one?
So for Black Love, I had this idea of Black Love in October of last year. I had the visual before I had the poem. So really, I don't know, it just kind of popped up in my head, to be completely honest. I'll say, when it comes to directing, I'm a big fan of Solange. Like I love Solange's music, but how she directs is like so abstract and so different. And I really like it. So I gained some inspiration from that, but also kind of use like, of course, my own creativity to like form it as one. So I don't really know. I just kind of went with, like, I seen it in my head. And it was like, this is what I like, you know?
And I was going to ask you, too, so when you have these ideas for the visuals in your head, how often are you actually able to do exactly what you've seen in your head? Or does it kind of change as you're going through that creative process?
Yeah, so it definitely does change. Like Black Love was actually supposed to be done outside. It was supposed to have, like a few different scenes in it, but it was too cold to be outside.
Very much.
The other scenes, I was just kind of like, well, we don't really need that. You know, I'm just being kind of extra. Yeah, and I'll say that's pretty much like the main one. Like, of course, like through every single thing, like sometimes things change. Like as you know, when we had that marriage, you know, my first idea, it was just me being in front of a mirror and maybe like some aesthetic shots, and that turns. And then I thought about, you know, me being outside holding a mirror as well, and that turned to me painting half my body silver.
Yeah, and it was great.
You know, so it's just like, you know, it's definitely a process. It starts off as one thing, but as I think about it, especially if I do the poem first, I listen to the poem and I like imagine it as I'm listening to it.
Tell me about the broken record.
A broken record. Yeah, so I really like that visual so much. That was like the first visual I did like myself, you know, like myself and my friends. Like if you see the behind the scenes, actually the behind the scenes don't even have like everybody that really helped. You know, it was about like 2 or 3 more people that got there when I stopped recording behind the scenes. But anyways, I just like I said, I had the visual in my head. And so actually at first, the vision was having like the records on the wall, like surrounding me, and I would be against the wall. But we weren't able to make that work without having tape and da-da-da. And we ain't doing all that. Yeah. And so instead, we just like put them all over the floor, and we was like, boom, this looks nice. Yeah. And so to replace the scene I had in my head, I wanted my friends to hold 2 broken records. And, you know, I wanted like their hands to be in it as well to give it an organic feel. But like I'm still centered, you know? So it's like, I just really love the process throughout it. Having my friends, Mike, Carlos, Tyler, Monty, Kalia, all helping me out, you know? Even like the smoke, we didn't have no smoke machine. We had rolled up.
As you should.
And Monty, you know, have blew the smoke. And, you know, people loved it.
Right. Like, I mean, organic.
Right. It was no budget.
No budget. Okay. I looked at your YouTube page, and when I say you are a clown, okay, go on this girl's YouTube page, please, and look up Koka with the question mark on it. Why was you in a washing machine, girl? I just need to know. Please tell me why a washing machine.
So that actually changed it. I was actually supposed to be underneath the bathroom sink, but I couldn't fit because like the plumbing and shit. So
a big ass washing machine, girl. When they opened up that washing machine, I said, "What you gonna show some dirty clothes?"
What is going on? Yes, but I just wanted to like, cause like me, I feel like people don't really know like Micaiah really. You know, they know the stuttering poet. Yeah. And I've said this before. I feel like sometimes people see me as just like so serious and deep and da-da-da. And y'all can be like that, but for the most part, like
you're goofy.
I'm really like something wrong with me. and so you know, like with this video. I wanted to capture people's attention, so and like also like show another side of me, you know, because through everything I do, I show myself. You know, I don't do things I think people will like. I do things that I like, and be like, okay, I like it, right? You know, so hopefully they like it,
right?
Yeah. So yeah.
This girl is a trip, bro. It was the washing machine and then getting out the car trunk for me.
Oh my gosh. And at the end, I hope that you seen the blueprint.
Yes, I very much did.
I hit the fuck out of my head. And that was the first take. I was like, oh shit.
I should have opened it up a little bit more.
No, literally.
Oh my gosh. So let's get to the music, because the last time I had Koka on Poetry and Politics, I believe you were either just starting out as Koka or, you know, you were about to get into the process of it. So since you've turned into Koka, tell me about Over Me and tell me about 'Cause I Can. Those are some bops, y'all.
Thank you. Okay, so 'Cause I Can, that's the song I wrote first. I wrote that song really, actually, fun fact, my friend Monty, shout out to Monty, who was a dancer. She was actually supposed to be on that song with me. But I came up with that song really we did because I was just like, we smoking, was high, we was like talking, we just talking about how some people make music about how some people are really good. Some people are not, you know? But even the people who are not, they have like so much confidence and stuff, you know, they still go out and do it. And so we were saying, you know, like we can make a song because we can, like nothing is stopping us. Like there's a studio right there. I know how to write. She's an amazing writer. We have beats. I'm like, literally nothing stopping us, like other than us just not doing it. Exactly. So then we did it, and you know, turned into a solo thing because she was like, I want to focus on my dancing, which I respect. So yeah, so
she's really that girl.
Yeah, she's really that girl. So yeah, and so that's where that song is from. It's just a fun song. And then for Over Me, so
this nigga trying to control me,
trying to take over me. Listen, so this song. It's actually about a compilation of people. It's about, I say majority, like 2 or 3 people who was like kind of controlling in our relationships. And this song was really inspired because I went through a situation with these people that I don't fuck with no more. And one of them was my ex, the other one's just a follower. And you know, and it was just so amazing to me about how even when we weren't together, he's still trying to control the type of relationships I have with people, still trying to control the people that are connected to me or trying to use some type of leverage. And I'm like, this is like really fucking crazy. Yeah. I can't believe it. So you know, I wanted to get I like the rage and like anger, this upsetness that I felt. So I wrote Over Me, you know, which is a fun song, but you know, I was like saying like some real shit that really happened. And with that, after that situation, also inspired Don't Know, which is on my Cause I Can't EP.
Yes, Cause I Can't EP out and about. Please go listen to that.
Please.
And speaking of confidence, when I see you perform, like when you first started Over Me versus now, like I'd see a total like confidence boost when you rap it. Like before, when he was rapping, he was like, "This nigga trying to control me." I was like, "This nigga trying to control." Yeah, like she really be going in. She be going ham, like for real. So, what did you do to help boost your confidence on stage and to give like that energy that matches the song?
So at first, like, I was just like, when it came to performing with rapping, I didn't know what to do, you know? I'm just like, what do I do? You know, like I'm just up there, you know, and I wanted to stand there because this isn't a poem, this is more da-da-da. And so I was thinking to myself, and sometimes I feel like as people, we overthink. I'm like, Micaiah, just be yourself, you know? And really, I just do what I do in my room. Ever since I was in like elementary school, you know, when I would listen to music, I would just dance around in my room. So what I'm doing in stage, I just act like I'm in my room. You know, I'm just like being myself. So yeah.
Well, it worked, girl, because you captured my attention with the poetry and with the rap. Okay. So, let's talk about the brand, okay? Because she does a plethora of things, if you don't already know, okay? She's a poet, a rapper, and she also dropped merch. So let's talk about A Poet's Closet, aka APC.
APC, yes. So you know, it's been on like a slight hiatus because you know I've been redesigning. You know, the my things. I wanted to expand my line and you know just offer like a few different things. But A Poet's Closet is definitely still going. I'm just trying to bring more out. You know, like my first drop that was the foundation. That was what I could kind of get out of my brain for the moment. Yeah. But this next one, I think I'm really gonna like it. My sister Hezekiah, shout out to my little sister Hezekiah. She had drew the new logo for me. Nick had helped like just make it a digital edit, if that makes any sense. Yeah. So yes, I have some stuff in the way. There's not nothing out right now, and I'm like kind of not doing any other hoodies right now either. But yes, so I have some things in the way.
I need to talk about the visuals for APC too, because when I say her visuals go crazy on like everything she does, like everything you do is just like. So what was the inspiration for your APC promo video? Because you had a lot of models in there. Yeah. You had some really dope camera shots. Like, how was that process like?
So I my main videographer is Ty. So sorry, my main photographer, but my videographer at the moment, it was Low, and then it was Dreamy Genius. But you know, it was just like I wanted to get like I wanted it to be a natural feel, you know, like not doing too much, but not doing too little.
Right.
And, you know, I wanted it to capture, you know, the outfits, capture the models as well. And like a familiar environment, you know, like I feel like all the places I've done my visuals at for my releases, like they look familiar if you're from Richmond or been in the city for long enough, you know? So I just wanted it to feel natural, feel homey, and feel like, you know, I can buy this.
And you will, okay? Because it's fly. Even if you're not a poet, you still gonna throw that genre on and be like, APC, baby. Repping the set. Okay? So, performance-wise, what was your best performance and what was your worst performance?
I'll say my best performance was... Except for the stuff between poetry and music.
Yeah.
Okay. So poetry-wise, my best performance was, okay, I'll do my worst. My worst performance was when I was in high school. It was the second time I performed. I wrote this poem, but I didn't memorize it, and like it was like all over the place, and it's like I just couldn't get it together. That was my worst performance when I was in high school. The second time I did a poem, because I just didn't memorize it. That's why I like to memorize my poems too. I don't like to read it off of paper. My best performance, I don't know. I'll probably say when I do slam poetry. I can't even like say like which one's my best performance, but when I slam, I feel like that's when the best comes out of me because I have like poets around me, and it's just like they be just so good, you know, and it's just like, you know, like the energy's good. So I feel like whenever I slam is my best performance. So yeah, I can't really pinpoint exactly which one. But I'll say music-wise, my worst performance was, I'll say one time, I forgot where I was at, but I was performing, like the audio just wasn't good and you couldn't hear me, and like everybody, they just looked like mad and tired. I'm like, look, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. There's too many elements that I can't control right now. Right. And my best performance was, I don't know. Was when I don't know.
She got a lot of performances, y'all. That's basically what she's trying to say.
I know my bad ones.
I'm going to give you a performance. When you, OG Will, and Ayala performed at Melodic, that, like, y'all's energy feeding off each other. I remember recording that, okay? And it was going in, like, this circle, and, like, as the circle was turning, it was all, like, rapping their verses and stuff. I just thought that was, like, the dopest, like, thing ever.
Thank you.
So, how did TCR? Yeah, TCR.
Yes.
How's that?
So it's good. We're actually going to be, you know, doing another one. OTW still, you know, putting it together, but it's good, you know. This is mainly, you know, Will's project and Will's idea, and, you know, me, him, Ayala, and Jesse. We all kind of are like the core of like making sure everything's good. You know, Jesse, he kind of intertwined with like the main people because, you know, he really inputted a lot, you know, and we learned a lot from the previous experience. Like the EP is amazing. The pregame, please listen to it. It's really amazing. Like, despite everything, it really is a good project. And, you know, like I said, a new one is definitely coming. And we learned a lot from the previous experience, you know, and with this, all we really ask the people is be themselves, be genuine, don't have no weird underlying motives, and just like be you. Like that's all.
And vibe out.
Yeah, vibe out.
Because I know the behind the scenes footage y'all got, like you just literally see tons of artists all in one room writing the beats, and you know what I'm saying? It just looks like a super dope atmosphere to be a part of. Nice. So definitely make sure y'all listen to the tape they drop and hit her up. You want to be a part of the next one. Okay, you never know. Might get lucky. So we know that you got some new drops coming, but what are some of your personal short-term and like long-term goals for yourself?
So my short-term goal is, I haven't said this like really out loud before. My short-term goal is to move to Texas. End of this year, December of this year, I'm going to be moving. Yes, I'm going to be moving. But, you know, I'll be back. Like, I'll be coming back a lot. But, you know, moving to Texas to kind of start my new journey there. That's my short-term goal. My long-term goal is to be a famous spoken word artist. God, you hear me?
Period.
Yeah. That's my long-term goal. You know, it's on the way. I feel it coming. I feel it sizzling. You know, it's just I have a few more lessons to learn. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the long-term goal. But then eventually that will be a short-term goal. So, you know.
Look, one and the same.
And never stops.
So, dream collab, mainstream and local.
Mainstream, Solange. And I was just thinking about this today. Solange. I went to collab with her. Yes. Hi, Solange. Hey, if you're watching. Yes, because like I just love her as an artist. Like she's just so different. I just love her voice. I like the music that she makes. And like I said before, just her as a director. So I feel like we can make a mixture of a poem, a song, and have like a visual for it, and it just like be exquisite. Yes, that's the main one. I'll say. And on the local level, I'll say, you know what? I'll say Bobby.
Bobby Sage. We love you, Bobby.
Love you, Bobby. Yes, you know, I be waiting. I be like, just like we were talking about earlier, I be waiting for like the right times. But Bobby's just like so different. You know, so different, so versatile, and it's like I personally like can't compare him to anybody.
Yeah,
you know?
very much.
And so I really want to see his creative process, create something together, and yeah. So Bobby, I'll be hitting you up.
We love you, Bob.
Yes.
So, speaking of like processes and everything, do you think your writing process when you do poetry versus when you do rap are different, or kind of one and the same, but one got a beat to it?
It's actually very different. So with my poems, I write them out like stories, and I have to write a poem. Like I have to physically write it.
Yeah,
like,
that's me.
Like if I don't, I feel like it's just not going to be it.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause I have to feel it. But when I'm rapping, I can type it. And what's funny is I write my raps in stanzas. I don't do my poems in stanzas. So it's different in that sense. I think it's because it helps me like figure out like the flow and the flow, I guess, like the tempo of how I'm going to say it. Especially since I switch my flow up a lot. My stanzas, like you can tell kind of how I write in my stanzas that my flow is about to switch.
That's fire. So, have you ever used any of your poems for like one of your rap songs? Because I know, like me personally, I started writing poetry first, and I ended up putting my poems on beats. Have you ever tried that before, or is it kind of like a fresh song every time we rap?
Yeah, it's usually a fresh song, where sometimes like I might intertwine like not a poem that I already written. I'll write a poem for a song. So actually, no, I haven't. I am going to though. I've been thinking about it with a particular poem. I have two different ideas in my head. I'm not gonna say which one. Y'all just gonna. But yeah, I definitely do plan on doing that one day. But as of right now, I haven't.
Well, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it all, okay? And speaking of being ready for it all, y'all need to make sure y'all pull out y'all calendars right now, because I'm going to give you guys some tea. Ready? All right. So, March 9th, 210 West Brooklyn Park Boulevard, 6:30 to 8:30. She's performing. March 10th, at the Fort Cyber Cafe, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. She'll be performing. March 11th, 1012 Hull Street, 8 p.m. She will be performing. And March 12th, the Beacon Hill Center, 2 to 8 p.m. Who's performing? Koka. Okay? Yeah. So please be on the lookout. She's really she's grinding. Okay, she's in the grind mode right now. And I'm super happy that you came back on the show. Okay. Like you've really been doing your thing. Like I said, from the first time we talked to you to now, you've dropped so many visuals, so many songs, and I already know by the next time we talk to you, you're gonna have that song Salon, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be in Texas, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to go out there to see you. Come in. And it's gonna be lit. So the last thing I need to request before you go is that you please spit a poem for us.
A poem. Okay, let me think. Actually, since my EP is out, I might actually do a verse from one of my songs.
Period.
I'm gonna do a verse from Over Me, since you really like that one.
Yes, I do.
So, okay. How you claiming that you missing coke? Seem like addiction. When you had me, I was feeling low. Soul in the trenches. Say you love me, but you really don't. Infatuation, any circles, I don't wanna go. This link I'm breaking, I'm thinking of staying single for ages. Niggas be stuck in the matrix. Gotta unplug them with patience. No, I don't chase, I attract it. That's why he find me attractive. Baby, I'm not a magnet. Don't get attached, cause it won't. This nigga trying to control me, trying to take over me. Yeah.
Period. Thank you, girl. Okay, it is always a pleasure linking with you, seeing you. Please make sure you follow her on Instagram, the.stuttering.poet, TSP, and also please, Koka. out on all platforms because I can. The EP, very much fire. So thank you, girl.
Thank you.
You're amazing. We love you here. Shout out to Breakfast with the Jetsons one more again. Huh?
Shout outs.
Oh yeah, shout outs. You have a shout out?
Shout out to my sister Corinne, her YouTube channel, Corinne Ransom. Check her out. Check her out. Shout out to Monty Nicole on Instagram. She be pop locking, dropping, and you feel me?
Dancing world.
Shout out to my mom and my dad for creating me.
Period.
I'm out here in these streets.
OGs.
And yeah, shout out to the Most High. For making me famous soon. Yes.
Yeah.
And for the journey. I love you.
Let's go. Appreciate you, girl. Come here.
Yes.
Trying to control me. You taking over me.